ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming again on your busy Friday evening to join us in our afterwards program. First, I want to thank the National Library Board. This program is organized by the National Library Board and Ethos Books to help bring literature to the community. So I want to thank you for coming by. And with us today, we have Mr. Yeng Pway Ngon. Mr. Yeng Pway Ngon is the joke is this. I mean, I was just having a chat with Mr. Yeng, and he was saying that in our distinguished audience here today, we have somebody, a poet from Hong Kong and an artist from China. They could find their way all the way to Marine Parade Library, whereas the local Singaporeans, well, they're still missing somewhere out there. Yeah. So, but it's okay. I guess the traffic is tough, so and aeroplanes reach here faster. Right. Well, what we'll do today is, one other thing. I also want to thank the unknown fan who sent a bouquet of flowers. We do not know who he or she is. But they kindly sent a bouquet of flowers, and we are trying to figure out their identity. But we will track him or her down. Right? Okay. I won't waste much more time. I'll just say a little about Mr. Yeng. Mr. Yeng was a pioneer writer, writing in Chinese back in the 70s, early 70s and late 60s. 60, from 66 to till now, right? He's a voracious writer, writes poetry, novels, plays, criticism, essays, anything that comes to mind. But as a writer, he's very concerned with society and what's happening in our society today. And of course, the other thing that he's really, really well known for is his stubbornness in maintaining a bookshop called Grassroots Book Room since the 60s or 70s, early 70s, right? As you all know, bookshops are doing very badly even since the 60s, even Borders had to close down, Page One had to close down, but Mr. Yeng is still around, And for that, I want to thank him for bringing this gift to us, of books, right? Although it's in Mandarin, but I think he's trying to do something now with it. He's trying to bring in some books in English now as well to try and enliven the literary scene, right? Okay, I won't talk too much. I'll let Mr. Yeng talk a bit more. Today he will share with us his experiences in writing. Yeah, first in Mandarin, and then he would share it in English, right? After which he will probably read a poem or two, and then we can ask him questions as to, engage him in questions, right? Right. Oh, please come to the front. Yeah. Right. Okay, yeah. Please.
各位大家好。今天是我的5本诗歌英译的发布会。那么何方先生要我在这儿讲几句话。我本来是个很怕上台讲话的人，尤其是讲自己的作品。因为我觉得诗人也好。 作家也好，谈自己的作品是很尴尬的事情，很容易就会变成老王卖瓜，自卖自夸。另一点是，我觉得作者自己其实并不适合解释他的作品，因为他并不比读者更了解他的创作，就像母亲并不一定了解他生的孩子一样，很多时候孩子的朋友比父母更了解他们的孩子。 就读者就像你作品的朋友，他们可能比你更了解你的作品，是不是？所以我认为作品一旦完成，解释权就应该交给读者，由读者来解释它的意义，作者不必再叨叨絮絮的谈它。但是何方先生有勇气出版一个新加坡华文诗人的英译诗歌，而且是一个老人家的诗歌。 所以我这个老人家虽然是怕上台演讲，也应该支持他一下。
谢谢。
提起勇气来说一些话，但是台下如果都是英语源流的读者，恐怕都没读过我的东西。那么我谈些什么呢？听一个陌生人谈他自己， 或者是对着一群对他陌生的人谈自己，都是很滑稽的事情。对我来说，好像是在应征工作啊。不同的是，他像一群老板在面试一个职员，所以你看我在这儿是多么紧张。所以对文学创作，我是从写诗开始的。那时候我念中二，上中文课的时候呢，老师要我们自由发挥，写一篇散文。那么我却写了一首诗，叫做《晚霞》。交了功课之后呢，我其实很担心，因为老师要我们作文，我却写诗。如果老师不高兴呢，我这首诗可能是拿0分的啊。但是老师却给了我很高分啊，我就很高兴，把它寄给报纸的副刊啊。中文报纸都有一些文学副刊啊，结果刊登了出来啊，这是很大的鼓励。于是我开始就读诗，但是写的不多。直到我念义安学院中文系的时候，遇到了我的文学批评的老师李承东老师，我对文学有更深一层的认识，才开始真正的喜欢上文学。那时候大概是17、18岁，18、19岁。我在书局看到了一本台湾诗人雅贤的诗歌。看这边谁懂雅贤？可能那位香港诗人懂，可能也不懂，他太年轻。
我读过他的作品，但是人物不认识。
雅贤，我非常喜欢他的诗，开始学习他的风格写诗，寄到香港、马来西亚的文学刊物或者本地的报纸上的副刊，结果都刊登了出来。那很快的我就有一点名气。因为我写的诗和当时流行的写实主义的诗不一样，那么文学界的人就叫我做现代派诗人。那么开始写诗的时候，影响我的创作技巧的是雅贤，但是对文学的认识，影响我最深的却是我的老师李承东先生。李老师认为文学是作者通过意象通过意象来表现他的意识的文字。那么所以他说意象就是作者的那个用他的意识组织成的形象。那么他所说的意识就是作者的思想，他的思想通过生活的实践所激发出来的情感。他是研究中国古代的作家的时候发现，那些后人欣赏的名诗人或者是作家都有2个特征，啊，所以你们要做名诗人的作家就记住这2个特征。一套是有一套自己的生活的理想和信仰，第二是有固执而耿介的性格。那么作家的性格耿介，他在生活的时候就会很固执的坚持他的理想，但是理想和实现现实是有距离的，现实生活未必就是能够实践你的理想，你固执的去坚持它去实践它，有时候就会很痛苦。但是不管是痛苦或者是快乐，由于你真的在生活中实践你的想法那么你的感情就是真的，就是真实的。所以作家利用他的文学技巧创造出来的意象或者是虚构的虚构的，你创造一个人物或者什么是虚构的，但是你的感情是真实的，这个感情是你从生活的实践中来的，它给读者的感觉也是真实的，真实的感情就会引起读者的共鸣。或者我可以举一个这样的例子，在中国魏晋南北朝的时候，非常流行佛道的思想。那时候名诗人都在他的作品中讲佛啦、讲道啦，显示他们的思想非常的清高，简直是不吃人间烟火这些人都是开悟了的，而这批人很多都是做大官的，因为懂得巴结逢迎，不但享尽了荣华富贵，而且在当时的文坛非常出名。但是时间过去了，这些名诗人大部分都给人家遗忘，只有研究当时文学思潮的学者懂得他们，而且几乎都是2、3流的诗人。 只有一个诗人陶渊明。陶渊明当时默默无闻，但是300年后，名诗人苏东坡却说：“两晋只有一个陶渊明。”陶渊明在当时所以默默无闻，是因为他不懂得巴结文坛上的权贵，而且受不了当时的官僚的制度，不为5斗米而折腰，宁愿辞官回家耕田。他的诗一点也不像当时过着奢华生活的这些诗人们一样，满纸都是华丽的辞藻，都是清高的思想，都是清高的那些佛啊道的思想，而是用很朴实无华的语言，把他们的田园里的清贫生活对人生的想法记载下来。他的诗对中国后世的诗人影响非常大，可以说是唐宋一直到现在。历史学家记载的是人的历史，诗人作家探索的是人的存在的处境。诗人也好，作家也好，他描述的不管是爱或者是恨，光明或者是黑暗，但是必须是对人间有所关爱。正如我的老师说的，他必须是一个有理想和固执的人，因为有理想的作家才会关心人，固执的作家才会不屈不挠地在他的生活中实践他的理想。我不是个用功和有才华的人，但是有一点我确定的是，我是个固执的人，我非常固执。如果我觉得自己是对的，我会固执的坚持到底。虽然我可能会挫败但是我心安理得，这是我的生活态度，也是我在文学上的态度。无论是写诗也好，写小说也好，都是这样。Good evening, everybody. This evening, I am here to launch my series of chapbooks. Fang wants me to say something. I am not comfortable to talk about my writing because I feel that it is embarrassing to do so. It may sound like I'm boasting about myself. Another important reason is that I think the author is not the right person to explain his works, because he may not understand his works more than his reader do. It's like the mother doesn't really know her own child. Often it is the child's friend who knows more about the child than the mother. The reader is like a friend of your works. He may understand it better than you. I think that the minute a piece of writing is completed, the right to explain and interpret it should go to the reader. Still, I'm therefore very grateful to Fang for publishing my poetry series. So I'm here to say something. But what can I say? If the audience has not read the poetry, to me it looked little like going to the job interview. A little funny. But still, I would like to share with my experience with poetry writing. I started writing 50 years ago. The first genre I wrote is poetry. In secondary 2, I wrote my first poem titled Sunset. I got high marks for it. Later on, I sent to the newspaper and it was published. But I am not going into writing it seriously. It was until I met my literature teacher, Professor Li Chengdong at Lian College, that I seriously got into writing. In addition to In addition to my teacher's encouragement, I discovered a poetry written by Yaxian, a Taiwanese poet. I like his poetry very much. I got a lot of inspiration from Yaxian's poetry. From then on, I began to write more actively. I got my poems published in journals and newspapers in Hong Kong, Malaysia, and Taiwan. I became famous. The literary circle called me a modern poet. Later on, I started writing social commentaries, short stories, and novels. The most important thing I want to stress about poetry here is that a writer must have feelings for life and society. He must have a conviction and devotion to writing. Secondly, he must have his own belief and philosophy on life. The problem is, reality and ideas are always two different things. And this can make you feel frustrated. But if your feelings are deep and sincere, and you have a grasp of good writing techniques, you will be able to convey your emotions in your writings. You will be able to touch your reader. You will strike a chord in the reader, and this is where you feel happy and satisfied. Some writers write what is fashionable and become famous in their times, but their work doesn't last. For example, during the Wei and Jin dynasties, Buddhism thinking was popular and fashionable. Many famous poets quoted from Buddhism teachings in their poetry to show they like a simple and thrifty life. In actual fact, these poetries were officials in high positions, chasing fame and fortune. They were not what they wrote, but because they were powerful and influential, people praised them and put them on the pedestal. But with the passing of time, their poetries were thought to be pretentious and shallow, and were quickly forgotten. Only the work of one poet, Tao Yuanming, remained. Tao Yuanming quit his official post to go for the simple farmer's life. In his poetry, he describes his simple lifestyle, his love of nature, and his philosophy of life. He was little known during his time because he did not rub shoulders with VIPs. 300 years later, the famous poet Su Dongpo told his people, there was only one poet, Tao Yuanming, in the whole of Wei and Jin dynasties. Tao Yuanming's influence on Chinese poetry lasted for generations. The historian records the history of man. The poet explores the state of being of man. Whether you write poems or novels, whether you describe love or hatred, you must have a concern for people, for the state of existence of people. As a writer, I don't think I'm a hardworking or talented enough. But one thing I'm sure of, I'm a writer with devotion. I will persist in my pursuit whatever the circumstances, even if I'm frustrated. My conscience is clear. This is my attitude towards life and towards literature. Thank you.